when you don't know where is your future going, when you don't know like what is coming to you, and when you don't know when will you leave that profession, it's really tough.
I live in direct provision and I've lived there for almost 5 years.
I've been in direct provision for 4 years.
I've lived there for 4 years.
I found out a family had been in DP for 12 years. The youngest son had been there his whole life. I was not really feeling hopeful. I was like, if he's been here for his whole life, what about our family? Like, how is that going to work out? We kind of live in a weird arrangement of rooms. It's just 4 rooms laid out in a straight line. And since it's just this one whole door, there's barely any privacy, because since I live in the middle room, like the 2 middle rooms, my sister's always walking into my room, my mom's always walking to my room, and my baby brother's always walking to my room. So it's just like, I can't really do nothing without being disturbed for around 30 to 20 minutes.
It was very crowded and we had to share a lot of things. You know, bathrooms, the living room, the kitchen.
There was only one kitchen, everyone had to share it, and there were bathrooms where it was kind of a little bit spaced out, so everyone had to kind of use it in the same room.
Sometimes we want to cook stuff and like bake stuff, and like we can't really do it there because we don't have an oven.
So my mom decided to buy a rice cooker to cook our own thing. They took it away from her and they refused to give it back to her. They said because they cook in here, so why is she buying a rice cooker? Like, you know, my mom was really upset for a long time.
Sometimes I feel like I live an open prison. I'm not able to do whatever I want. I've no control, I've no the power, I've no like full of freedom.
Like, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, we could be deported or something that could happen worse, you know. So what will you do? Like, when they deport you, that's really the worst thing. You cannot do anything. Like,
personally for me, like this time, even I was like thinking about like living this life is better like to die. Like I was even thinking to commit suicide.
No, I just forget about those stuff when I'm in school. I just focus here. I'm in 5th year now, doing living cert next year. I'm thinking of doing software engineering.
I want to be free. I want to be out. I want to have my own home, have my own kitchen, have my own living room. Yeah, I think that would feel a lot better.
The only thing people need is freedom. Give like the freedom key to everyone who live. They must live like the other people who are living in the country.
I challenge you to stay in one direct provision center for at least a week, just to see reality of what's really going on, because, you know, people can say all the things, but it won't make sense until you experience it yourself.